As action heats up on the football field, the remaining heat of summer still puts athletes, especially young ones, at risk.
Kids that are younger, their head is proportionately larger to the rest of their body. I mean, we know when you see little kids with a football helmet on, their head looks huge. They have a harder time dissipating heat. So little kids playing sports in protective equipment, you have to be even more sensitive to the heat. The adolescents, as they grow into the size of their head, have an easier time dissipating heat. So you really have to be careful.
Any outdoor activity in the heat calls for extra hydration, but sports that require helmets and pads need extra attention.
Careful. Younger kids are at extreme risk, particularly in equipment sports, for heat illness. You need to be really smart about practice times, water breaks, rest, making sure they're not getting overheated.
Heat illness is preventable. Coaches, trainers, and parents should make sure water is available at practice. It's recommended athletes practicing in the heat take a water break every 15 minutes if possible. And Dr. Joy says the amount of fluid you need relates to how much fluid you lose. If you're not sure if your child is getting the right amount of fluids, it only takes a minute before and after practice to get your answer.
If you have a child who's doing these 2-a-day sessions, particularly in the heat, if you have them weigh themselves before they go to practice and weigh themselves when they get home, the amount of weight that they lose directly correlates with how much fluid they lost basically through sweat. And you want to make sure that they start to catch that back up again so they're not underweight, meaning underhydrated, the next time they go to practice, because those are the people that are significantly at risk for heat illness and dehydration.